Sharpening a scythe takes place in two stages, beveling and honing. Beveling is best performed using a large diameter, water-cooled grinding wheel. These are available in a variety of styles, both manual and motor-driven. The model used in this video is a Grizzly G1036 with a 10-inch diameter wheel. We have fitted it with a simple roller jig to simplify holding a steady position and angle on the stone. A similar jig can be easily fabricated from round mild steel rod and acetal bushing stock. The bushing stock should be one size larger than the nominal diameter of the rod, as the rod is often slightly above nominal diameter while the whole size of the bushing stock is dead accurate. Firmly grasp the blade at the tang and spine with the hands widely spaced. Begin at the heel. At this stage, the blade will be resting against only one roller. Take care to guide the blade along the correct arc until the heel reaches the second roller. Once the blade has contacted both rollers, all that has to be controlled is the angle and pressure against the stone. Progress slowly in the direction of the toe. Check the blade periodically to verify that the angle is correct and the bevel is fully ground. The rate at which you advance will depend on the starting condition of the edge. Here's an alternate view showing how the heel is guided into the second roller. Note the crisply produced hollow running all the way to the edge. The angle used is typically about 7 to 9 degrees per side, just slightly above dead flat. Grinding the middle region of the blade is fairly simple. Just hold a consistent angle and grind fully to the edge. As you approach the toe, place your fingers on top of it and apply gentle downward pressure as you guide it off the roller. After disengaging from the roller, continue to guide the blade along its natural arc. As the toe often experiences the greatest amount of wear, it may require additional passes compared to the rest of the blade. With one side completed, flip the blade over and repeat on the other face. When grinding the second face of the blade, check often to ensure that the edge is kept in the middle of the web. Some degree of corrective grinding may be necessary on the first face if the edge is not properly centered. With laminated blades, it is important to grind equally on both sides, so that the edge sits in the middle of the web. If you do not know if a blade is laminated or not, it is safest to grind it as if it is one. Often during grinding, the line between layers can be seen. The following image shows a laminated blade where the blade has been ground too much on one side, causing the soft cladding material to form the edge rather than the hard core steel. The wavy, frosty-looking line just behind the edge is the steel core. To check that the edge sits properly in the web of the blade, look directly into the web and see if the apex of the two bevels is right in the middle. The following image shows a properly centered edge. After grinding the bevels, the edge must then be honed to set a scratch pattern and remove the burr. 2 grits of whetstones and a plain wooden whipping stick are suggested for this honing work. Begin with a coarse or medium stone. Use a rolling action of the wrist so the curved edge of the stone follows the bevel set by the grinding wheel. Start at the heel of the blade and work towards the toe, alternating strokes on both sides. This sets the scratch pattern in the proper direction, forward-facing like the teeth of a saw, and begins the work of removing the burr. If the stone becomes loaded with metal fines, dip it in your water-filled whetstone holder to rinse it. After wetting the stone, it may still be necessary to rub some of the fines off the surface. While mowing, this is usually not necessary because of the agitation produced by the swaying motion of the stroke sloshing water against the stone. After setting the scratch pattern, switch to your fine stone. This refines the edge and further assists in removing any burr that remains. Lastly, use the wooden whipping stick to draw the apex of the edge out into perfect alignment. The soft wood grabs any microscopic misalignments of the edge apex and pulls it straight. No abrasive action is occurring. The following image shows what a properly beveled and honed edge looks like. The radius of the whetstone's edge is larger than that of the grinding wheel, and so it contacts the edge bevel at the apex and the shoulder, leaving the bevel surface between largely untouched. Once fully beveled and honed, your blade should now be gliding through the grass with ease. If your blade will not cut smoothly at low speed, inspect the edge to ensure that the bevels are at an appropriate angle and have been fully brought to an apex. The apex lies in the center of the web, the burr has been removed, the scratch pattern has been established, and the apex is sufficiently refined. Thank you for watching. For a selection of American scythes and accessories, please visit us at www.baryonyxknife.com.